Hey, welcome back. This is a series where we test out different interfaces to hear if there's an audible difference in the sound quality. It's a totally original idea that I came up with last year. In this episode, we'll hear the differences between the Apogee ONE and the Scarlett A. Coming up next.
Learn audio engineering. Learn audio now.
Sound strategies to sound goals. So how this series works is we've got a microphone and I've split its send to two different audio interfaces using a Y cable. So throughout this video, I'm going to play a couple examples and you're going to hear a version A and a version B. Now, if you feel like one is better than the other or you notice something that you really enjoy, please let me know in the comments and leave your preference up in the poll card at the top of the screen. So let me tell you a quick history about these two units. The Apogee ONE has a very special place in my heart. It was my first audio interface. I got it for Christmas and I quickly started to record guitar and trying to record my voice, getting used to microphones and recording instruments and things like that. And it was a lot of fun, but it also had a lot of downsides. I had used it for recording drums and for recording a band, just as sort of a room mic to capture some ideas as an alternative to a phone, which would end up clipping and being just an ugly, distorted mess. So I did enjoy it. The sound was very good, but the cables are the worst part. The micro USB cable that comes with it that powers the unit is so finicky. You have to have it in just the right place for the unit to turn on. And of course, then your DAW doesn't recognize the interface anymore, and it's just when it causes problems, it's a really big problem. It's very infuriating. And the 1/4-inch XLR cord is like a dongle thing that comes off of the unit. And I know even in the Duet, the 2-channel version, much like the Scarlett, it has everything outside of the actual interface. It uses these cables, which I don't particularly enjoy. I think that that's just an extra clutter and everything. And a few years later, I upgraded to a Scarlett unit. I had one of the 4 mic pre units. I really loved learning about stereo mic techniques and experimenting with creative microphone techniques, adding a room mic and stuff like that. So the extra preamps were definitely a huge bonus. But I was always curious, is there really a difference in sound quality between these two units? So in this episode of this series, we're going to compare those two, the Apogee ONE and the Focusrite 2i2. So the first example we're going to listen to today are some guitars that have been reamped through my Orange Dual Terror. The song is called Free, the artist is Infinity, and I'm going to be using this song in an upcoming video talking about heavy mixing. So I put them through my Orange Dual Terror, one on the fat channel, one on the tiny terror channel. I had the gain pretty much cranked and it was a very hairy, very fuzzy, very abrasive sound. So to balance this, I used an Electro Voice RE15 microphone, which is a little bit softer for a dynamic, at least compared to a 57 or a 58. It has a little bit more of a pillowy sound. This mic has a certain softness that counteracts the harsh abrasiveness of the Orange amplifier. So let's check that out. So in my opinion, there's not a huge difference between these two interfaces. They both sound pretty good. The biggest difference to me comes down to their functionality. Again, the Focusrite is a magnificent layout. It looks really nice. Everything on it is just super easy to use. It's very minimal, and just having it in one box, I really prefer as a desktop unit than using the One with the external cables. I've always been sort of fighting with them, and I haven't really enjoyed them, but great sound, I must admit. So the next example we're gonna listen to is a trio recording that I put together with very minimal processing. Let's check it out. So in my opinion, the biggest difference in these consumer interfaces is the functionality of them and the features that set them apart. The sound quality difference is pretty marginal. You know, we've gone a long way in the development of audio where we can get pretty good sound out of pretty cheap gear. So I know there's a lot of you that are wondering and asking in forums, what's the best interface to get? Is this one better than this one? What has the best sound? And that's one of the reasons that I started this series, because in my opinion, it doesn't really matter. You can record great music with anything. It really matters about the source and the fact that you're getting a good performance. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of relief that you don't need to stress that much when choosing your interface. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I just want to take a quick moment to say thank you to everybody who has been watching these videos and has subscribed to the channel. I've been seeing like a ton of growth, and not only has it been 1 year for me on YouTube, but we're about to hit 1,000 subscribers. And that is a really huge number. I know it might not sound huge when compared to, you know, other people, but to me, it really means a lot. So thank you so much for everyone who's watching. It really means a lot. I'm gonna do my best to deliver on all the videos that I've promised. I really appreciate all the comments you guys have been giving me of what you want to see, what you like and you don't like about this show. Please keep it coming. Please keep giving me feedback, and I promise I will deliver. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.